I'm here at the Silver Grill in the Willamette Valley in Oregon. And as you can see, it is blueberry harvest season. They use them in everything. Some of the best food you've ever eaten in your life from right here. Now, what I'm going to do is let these guys get to work in the kitchen, and I'm going to head back out into the blueberry fields and see where these beauties come from. Come on.
Mom, there's a whole bunch of blue blueberries over here.
I'll pick them.
I love blueberries.
Well, why do you like blueberries so much?
Well, they're sweet and they taste wonderful and they're great antioxidants. And I have a wonderful blueberry pound cake recipe that I use.
I put them in the freezer, and you don't have to peel them or pit them or shuck them. You just put them in a bag.
Perfect.
And got it all year long. I got blueberries for my breakfast or whatever.
Blueberry plant lives pretty much forever. They just get larger and larger and produce more fruit as the years go on.
Raymond, I cannot believe the sheer amount of blueberries on these plants. I mean, the limbs are even weighted down to the ground.
Yes.
Is this typical?
This is what we expect here. Every year the bushes almost collapse from the weight of their berries.
Oh my word. And they're so delicious too.
Yes.
How many different varieties do you have here on your U-Pick farm?
We have 4 different varieties. We have 3 mid-season varieties and 1 early.
I see. And that progression of fruit allows you to have an extended picking season.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I see lots of happy customers out here picking today.
We usually have a lot of customers on the property.
Yeah. And what is the range of time that they're allowed to come out and pick?
The 4th of July, is
okay.
when the blueberries begin, and it goes all the way till the middle of September without any late season varieties. That extends you into October. I'll probably plant some of those soon.
Well, it's just amazing. Tell me a little bit about the age of these plants.
We first started planting blueberries in 1979. My dad started the project. There weren't many blueberries raised in the valley at that time, but he saw that there was an opportunity in that market.
So with these plants having been planted in the late 70s, early 80s, they're approximately 30 years old.
Yes.
Now, Raymond, I see that most of your plants are roughly the same size in each row. Is there a rule of thumb to follow on pruning and height?
Mostly just so that you can still reach the fruit. I've seen fields where the bushes were well overhead high. And then, of course, you can't reach anything to pick it.
You'd have to bring a ladder out.
Yes, you would. There are 13 acres of blueberries here. Blueberries are fertilized with what's known as a balanced mix, so it's an equal number for each of your major nutrients. In this case, we use a triple 14.
I see. And how often do you fertilize?
3 times a spring. Right as the first leaves come out, then a little later, and then last time as the blueberries themselves are starting to develop.
And that's important, I'm sure, for the health of the plant, but also for a really generous yield.
They tend to grow themselves to death.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't prune them heavily, they produce gajillions of berries. And if you prune them heavy, then they produce an enormous bush.
They're going to be overly generous to the point it's not good for their own health.
That's right.
Well, I must say I'm intrigued. I haven't seen any birds. Tell me a little bit about how you keep the birds away.
Sure. It is a real challenge. Blueberries are delicious. The birds love them as much as we do. If you hear in the background, it sounds like there are birds singing. In fact, that's a recording of little birds being attacked and killed by predator birds.
Oh my word! You're sending the message.
Yes,
stay
we are.
away. What a great environmentally friendly way to handle a pest and a problem.
Yes, of course, along with producing healthy fruit, which does take effort, we also want to make sure, of course, that it's healthy for our customers.